Man's father. The father that's the gangster. The father that hired the killers allegedly to do the wives in. He said he went down the brother's Facebook back to that date, which was, I think, March 14, 1976, I think. And, of course, he didn't go back to 76, but that's the date, I think, that she had on her arm. That's crazy. Hopefully it was her birthday. I don't know. Because, girl, please. But he said he scrolled back down and he saw a flyer that showed that they were having a birthday party for that dude on March 13th. So he said because it was a Friday or something, I don't know, that they are a week, I don't know. But he said they probably had it the day before because blah, blah, blah. Again, I don't know enough, but I'm just saying this is what the man said in court. But I can tell you, that could be true, could not be true. It could be true, and she could be set up. It could be orchestrated. It could be... listen, I'm an ethical hacker. The whole design and media production, that's my major currently. And, graphics did that, criminal justice. Y'all know, if you're into design, you already know nothing is impossible, G. You gotta question everything nowadays. I don't care what they show you. If I say it ain't me, I got a right to say that. If I say that ain't true, I got a right to say that. I don't care how real it looks to you. Because you can literally come up with anything. It's a piece of pie, piece of cake to make a flyer. They showed the flyer. They didn't go down his IG in court to show it was posted on that date even. Okay? They just showed the flyer. In a murder charge, that shouldn't suffice. Computer forensics, that was my area of study. They showed a picture of the dude with the tattoo. That one picture. And the one picture of her hand with the tattoo. And boom, everybody's on it. We believe you, she's trash. And most of the rest is his testimony. I stopped it at the point where they went to the tattoos, because I'm like, I'm not going to get all the juice about the dude and the this and that, because it seemed like it was about to go somewhere deep. I'm going to get to the point where, because I really want to know, this guy is testifying to say in the same day he went back and did all this to the body. So we're going to start off where he's going to the gas station, blah, 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 because they done already had an argument. I want to start earlier, but I just want to get to kind of that part. So this is early enough.
Say it again, sir.
You indicate you know what's going on and you're not going to do it for it.
Pretty much.
Is this going on while you're sitting in the vehicle?
Yes, because this, for the last couple of years, there's been like a growing list of, misdeeds. First, it started off with an issue where she called the cops.
Do you see? Listen, I'm going to tell you something.
Say it again, sir.
Don't do no crimes. Don't commit no murder. Did y'all watch some of Wyan Melly's trial? Did you see them sitting up there reading screenshots of text messages? Line for line, slang for slang. Trying to interpret what this was saying and that was saying, and he meant this by this. No, he didn't. It means something else. It probably meant something else. It did mean something else. And we are in court having a murder investigation. Well, murder trial has already been investigated. But what is presented is a picture with the text message edited over it and a quote box that says Andre texts Andreen. So clearly this is supposed to be surveillance from the gas station, which quite impressively is clear. Where they do that at in 2023? But it's edited because they clearly added the text message over it and they added the text box. Okay, clearly edited and altered. Yet it is permissible as being presented to the court as if this is good evidence of what? That car was there? That this was a text that he sent it at the time he was there at the gas station is what I'm sure they're alleging here. How is this proof? A 5-year-old can create this in a second if you tell him. AI, you can just say, AI, go ahead and hit me up with a gas station. I want a white car right there, this kind of car, blah, blah, blah. And I want you to put over it a text message with, saying this, and then make a text box and point it out that it's a code box, though. This is ridiculous. But Andre texts Andreen, so people can know what that box of wording is. And I'm going to need that for court. AI hooked that right on up for you. AI generated. If you hire somebody and say, this is what I want you to make, because you have no idea how to do it with all these crazy apps out here, they'll do it. So how's this alone being able to be presented? And the jurors are going to sit here and look at this. Well, I see right there. The car was there and they got the text message up there and it says he texted her. They're telling us that's what he said when he sat there. So it must be true. Because, it's on the internet. If it's up on the screen in code, it must be true. Fuck out of here.
You indicate you know what's going on and you're not going to do it for.
Pretty much.
Sit.
Is this going on while you're sitting in the vehicle?
Yes, because just, for the last couple of years, there's been like a growing list of, misdeeds. First, it started off with an issue where she called the cops and reported some false allegation of assault when I talked about the bank account. And then the whole issue.
Meet AirSlate, the all-in-one business automation.
Pretty much.
Is this going on while you're sitting in the vehicle?
Yes, because just, for the last couple of years, there's been like a growing list of, misdeeds. First, it started off with an issue where she called the cops and reported some false allegation of assault when I talked about the bank account. And then the whole issue with her going to get a tattoo of her boyfriend in Jamaica, down to obviously her, starting another business trying to rip me off.
You're 2 miles away from the house?
Probably, maybe 2.5. I'm not sure the distance.
Okay. Why don't you just go back to the house?
Well, at that point, I didn't want to have anything more to do with her because, like I said, I already knew what I was going to do anyway. So I was just going to wait till probably very late. She's already gone to bed to go to the gym. I go home, get up in the morning, and go back and meet with a lawyer and get a divorce.
Why would that be your plan?
Well, we were arguing before, and I didn't want to have any kind of physical confrontation with her. So I already know I'm going to get a divorce.
Listen, this dude was in his feelings because he was not neutral as far as his emotions. And, again, he said he didn't want to have anything else to do with her, so, he split or whatever. And at that point, he decided he was going to get up in the morning and go get a divorce. Well, if that was the case, first of all, he already testified earlier that they had already been going through a divorce. He even testified that he moved out of the house. Now, I stopped it at, he said, they were going through the divorce. He moved out. She called him and said, you should come back home for her daughter, blah, blah, blah. And he agreed. He went back home. They sent the daughter to his mom's house for a little while. I guess they can, let's just us and, try to rekindle whatever. And they went to a party at his friend's house. And that's when he saw the tattoos and, he got mad. It went down. So I kind of stopped it around there when they were having the issues with the tattoos. Because when I saw the fact that they showed pictures of this girl with these tattoos, And they were explaining the tattoos, and he was saying that these are the tattoos of the dude that had on his chest, and the dude is a friend of his father's. His father is the same guy that is now getting ready to go to trial for hiring people to kill his 2 wives. His father is the guy with the, nickname and the reputation. And the dude is supposed to be living next door to him, and hold on, listen, let's be clear. Homeboy does not live next door to his father, and baby, I'm a gangster too. He not just knocking on the door like, bro, what's up, baby, I'm a gangster too. He like, oh, you is? Well, what's up? That's not how this works, y'all. You know that, okay? Who block is it? Because, you gotta be somebody working for somebody under somebody is affiliated with somebody, right? It seems to me like his father, is the elder, and he's the one with the more pull. Mind you, the article said this man paid somebody $3 million. That dude paid somebody, of course, lesser, and watched him do the deed so he can be like, okay, cool. It's done. And the other one, he's being accused of doing it himself. I think the gangster guy that lives next door to his father is likely to be affiliated directly with the father. Now, either she's super slow for getting messed around with the same dude that is probably, if he not affiliated with the father, for some wild reason, we gonna believe something dumb such like that. It's likely that they gonna talk and tell, because dudes don't really love your ass. You think they ain't talking to their homeboys about y'all? Chicks in this group yesterday was sitting up here talking about this one, is this your man group that's local here to us. And, they talking about this one dude that all these chicks in the group, yeah, I was sleeping with her too. 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 Same story about what type of dude he is. And I'm like, this is the type of dude y'all was sleeping with? But as soon as I say something, it's like, why you got the shit and down? Fast, I did what I wanted to do. Blah, blah, blah. And I don't care because we wasn't in a relationship. Blah, blah, blah. Why y'all sit up here having a whole wine glass, sob story ass, bullshitting ass, he ain't shit party? You did what you wanted to do, right? And some of y'all thought it was a relationship. And but he's the bad guy all by himself. Shut the fuck up. Anywho, what was I going with that? No. At the end of the day, listen, y'all crazy if you think that story is that simplistic. Okay? For whoever's listening to this dude's story, and you think Gangsta Paul don't know Gangsta Boo that's supposed to be doing his wife, allegedly. How we know when she got them tattoos? Where's the proof? I'm sorry. Maybe when I go back and watch it or read the court documents, they'll say it was presented and they did a full investigation on the tattoo artist, the shop. They got videos, proof, 100% of when she got those tattoos. And she was awoke and sober when she came in there by herself or with a girlfriend, but she clearly was conscious and made a decision to get those tattoos. Listen, I don't put nothing past nothing. And I'm not suggesting that she got them a different way or at a different time. I'm just saying, just because some shit said, that don't mean it's true. But one thing is for sure, two things is for certain. If you think she was dating a gangster boyfriend that lived next door to his gangster daddy, who done already had dudes paying left and right to take care of his wives, what do you think the gangster dude was getting paid to do with his wife? See, and I'm just gonna let y'all sit on that for. Look at that moon. Damn, that's that energy, boy. That moon kicking in strong. That moon is like, take it. Break it down, break it down. Break it down, break it down. That's what that moon's saying. It's almost full, y'all. We got one more day. It looks so good right now. It looks so good right now. Soaking it up. He eating that shit up. Some other things too, but I'm gonna push play for a second.
Separate way, so at that point, it's probably best to just avoid any kind of physical contact, just to be safe.
After this texting scene, so you, like everyone else, saw this exchange in this video. It states clearly, 1 second, correct?
Correct.
At the end of it, do you leave the Shell station?
Yes, I left the Shell gas station and then I drove to the park that's probably like midway between the house and the Shell gas station.
So you ride in the neighborhood.
Yes.
You go to the park. What do you do at the park?
So at the park.
Okay, before he talk about the park, somebody said the reason he has no remorse, this man feels like she was planning to kill him or have him murdered, so he beat it to the punch. His only objective is to get the least amount of time so he can serve a minimal sentence and get released and continue his life. Now, I saw a couple other comments like this, and some from supposed to be women, like this is supposed to be a woman named Angela. And they're way more lengthier than hers. And they pretty much saying the same thing. Hey, she tried to get him, she got first. Now, could she have been plotting on something? If she was dating with old boy, which would be nothing but a death sentence. Is there anything about this woman that anybody saw that make you think she's slow or on that type of time? Hey, we can know different versions of people. You know, you can know a version, I can know a version. So there's that. But it would just be dumb, especially they came from the same culture, so she already know the rules. Ain't nothing coming out of that what she did but death at the end of the day. Especially, let's say she said, "Oh, so get mother body boy." Okay, yeah. Combine that with you bold enough to play me behind my back with the same dudes rolling with my pops, blah, 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 and you think y'all about to skitty daddle into the sunset? Like, he couldn't fight and win in court. Yeah. You in America, fool. Like, what? I'm dead. So, you're not finna convince me that you was concerned about her stealing money or moving business. Y'all married. You act like y'all was just friends. This shit crazy. But she and the dude was messing around, and dude was coming back and telling her husband, "Yeah, man, she really think I love her too." Listen, she said, "Fuck you." She said, "You shouldn't. You're telling you bought the boy. Yeah, you bought the boy." She said, "You bought the boy." Say you like it. She like you. You like it when she sticks her finger in your booty hole. Like, you know, we gonna run away together with your business, your money, and we gonna get rid of you. And she told me she want me to kill you. Now, he ain't about to tell the cops all that. Because he ain't trying to get old boy implemented or no shit like that. He ain't trying to make it clear that I knew what she was planning to do. So I just outsmarted her. I'm saying something along those lines are an option as well. Because you're not finna sit up here and tell me, dude, this girl was sleeping with a gangster that's affiliated with her father who's a gangster. And we already know how the father get down. And you with the son? And you think you about it with the tattoo? Listen. And you still ain't convinced me nothing about no gas station, no sex messages, no tattoos, no nothing. All I see is pictures y'all putting on the screen. Okay, that man probably ain't even real. He probably ain't even sitting in that courtroom. That's the shit I done seen. In real life, he could be a bot. Let me stop messing with y'all. Listen, the everything. It's not just as plain as simple as, oh, I believe him because it seems like he's sincere. He's not remorseful in that way, but you could tell he's telling the truth. How the fuck you know he's telling the truth? This is what I want to individually ask people in the comment section that's saying he's telling the truth. Because you feel like you think he's telling the truth. That don't mean jack.
I think I was like listening to some music, just killing time, just to let time go by.
Why did you want to let time go?
Because we just had an argument. Like I said, at that point I didn't want to have anything more to do with her. So the plan was, I'll just wait till it's extremely late. She'll be in bed. I go back home to the house, and then I just go to bed.
How long did you stay at the party?
I don't remember exactly, but I think I went home probably around midnight.
A dude of intelligence who know your marriage is already rocky. You already been checking out her moves. You know she doing sneaky shit. That ain't nothing to play with. Cheating that money, that ain't nothing to play with. Who knows what she been seeing to find out about? We never gonna find out. And clearly, people know once y'all get to a certain point, we can, it could go one way, or we can. I like we got some sense and just leave it. Go ahead and just say it's kiss and say goodbye. He would not be going back to that house talking about, oh, she gonna be sleeping. I'm just gonna slide in and do what? Sleep peacefully in that house? Y'all about to have the War of the Roses. Why you not at the Airbnb? Y'all got the loot. You going back there for what? You didn't want to be there anyway. You was already somewhere else. Please, he went back there to finish it off. Why don't you get the fuck?
When you came back into the neighborhood, did you use your keypad?
No, I punched in the 1976 gate pass.
And where did you park in the house?
I think I parked in the driveway.
How did you enter the house?
So when I got out of the car, I went through the front door.
What do you expect to find?
Well, at midnight, I sort of expected Elena to be asleep in her room and Andreen to be asleep upstairs in the guest room.
When you enter the front door, what do you find?
Well, the light upstairs was dark, so I see Elena was definitely asleep. But I noticed the light in the kitchen was on, which I found kind of strange.
And where are you going?
So at that time, I'm just going, to the master bedroom that's located towards the back of the house downstairs.
How far do you get?
So right as soon as I get
wherever he went, I'm glad. I was waiting for these comments to show up. I'm like, please, y'all gotta catch this. And it's people in the comment section that call it. He's supposed to be active duty, y'all. They referring to him as that in court. He's special ops, or that ain't true, or both, or he's special ops, or he's fucking something. He Texas Walker, Texas Ranger, because he is civilian court with civilian clothes on. Nobody wasn't gonna say shit about this. I'm glad I got to some comments where somebody recognizes. And like, hello, what's going on here? Yeah, what's going on? I'm sorry. Who got you? Them boys? Because the military is their whole different world. They got their own courts and jails and everything. And if you part of them, they gonna handle you. There's no other way about it. He's a major. Not Major Payne. He's supposed to be a real major. What is the U.S. court system, state of Texas, doing with their hands on this property of the United States government?
where like the living room area is, I noticed Andreen is sitting in the couch. Basically there in the living room.
When you see her,
He was the only witness. Only person testifying on defense. No military buddies. I was about to say army buddies, but they say Air Force. No Air Force Base or not like that. And I'm sorry, did we see a picture of him in his Air Force suit? Or did we see him in some what? What you say he had on? Okay.
So when I see her, she's sitting down on the couch and she's obviously pissed off, just like she was when I left the house.
Duh.
You know, earlier that night. And so at that point, you know, she's right there. So I told her, like, look, tomorrow when I leave work, I'm going to go back downtown to the divorce lawyer, and I'm going to get a divorce. This time, I'm not pulling it up. It basically means I'm not stopping the divorce like I did the first time.
As you're saying this, are you standing still or where are you going?
So when I was saying it to her, she's sitting in the couch and I was standing like right in front of the TV.
Where are you going?
So I was on my way to my bedroom. I saw her, just like I said it to her.
What was her reaction?
She got really upset. And then she started yelling at me, started yelling, "Osok kemana bati boy, Osok kemana bati boy."
Is that patois?
Yes, it is.
Break it down for me. What does it mean?
So,
What does it mean?
so the phrase "Osok kemana" means go and give your mom oral sex. And then bati boy is just another phrase in Jamaica that they use to call you homosexual.
Is this a run-of-the-mill curse in Jamaica?
No, it's not.
Why?
So Jamaica is more like a matriarchy.
That dude had basically one objection. His whole testimony, he just got to rock out.
Society. So, you know, guys usually, most guys I know typically live with their moms. So there's like a close affinity to, especially guys and their mothers. So like disrespecting somebody's mom is like a big no-no.
If somebody said that to me in Jamaica,
Is he trying to say son husband? Because it sounds like this. Hey.
what would happen?
Typically that leads to a fight.
And the second part of it about being a possible, which is a homosexual.
Right.
Why is that so?
So Jamaica is sort of, you know, a little bit of maybe homophobic type society. So calling somebody like a bati boy is like a serious disrespect.
Again, run-of-the-mill or serious curse?
Now I see, it's usually that starts like a fight.
When Andreen says this to you, what do you do?
So the bati boy piece, I sort of like brushed over it. But, you know, the suck your mother piece, I responded to that. And I was like, oh, my y'all talk to. And that's basically me asking her, whose mom are we talking about?
Well, why did that bother you?
Well, that kind of bothered me because, you know, ever since we've been married, my mom treated Andreen pretty well. And I treated Andreen's mother pretty well as well. So that seemed like a pretty odd disrespect unless you're, you know, trying to get into a fight or something, I don't know.
Throughout your marriage, all the arguments you had, this is different.
Yeah, she never said that before.
And when it happens, and you say, whose mother are you talking about? Does she respond?
Yeah, she says, I feel my man a bati boy. Which means I'm talking about your mother, the bati boy, she said.
Is that further insulting?
Yes, it is.
What do you do?
But at that point, it didn't make any sense.
Look,
to, like, you know,
these comments, they not playing with dude in these comments. They like, is he being court-martialed? Like, why are they referring to him as major? In this case, he's not activated. He's in a civilian court. He's a private citizen. Okay. Oh, Lord. This one here, something about going, we ain't got that far. Going over a gate to expose the body. What did he tell the cops to release him from custody? Maybe I missed that part, but one thing is for sure, he painted the perfect picture of a man doing everything to lift up. And that's the thing, he said not one time that he did anything wrong throughout any of it.
Conversation, obviously, because it's going nowhere. So I decided to go inside the room.
Let me stop. Who's staying in that room at that time?
So at that time, I'm staying in that room, and Andreen is, I believe, upstairs in the guest room. Elena's in her room, and Maureen is in Maureen's room.
Do you make it into your bedroom?
Yes, I did.
And what's the next thing that happens?
So as I'm, you know, going into the room through the door, I responded to her last, you know, insult with, "That's fine. I know when I file my divorce, I'm going to keep my job, and I'll have my company, and then you can keep the next half, and we'll go our separate ways."
Did she have any reaction?
Yeah, she became extremely irate at the thought of, I guess, I don't know, maybe more about, you know, splitting the business.
And what did she do?
So she yells out the same curse word again, "Yo, suck your mother, bati boy," and charges into the room to confront me.
What did she look like?
She's steaming, man. At that point, she's really angry.
Where did she go?
So when she comes into the room, you know, I turn around, and she comes, like, right up in my face and says it again, "Yo, suck your mother, bati boy."
Is she still continuing on forward?
Yeah, she's, you know, she's charging, she's charging toward me when she's saying it.
How close to your face did she get while she's charging you?
So she comes, like, right up in my face, at which point I'm like, "Oh, yeah, move out of my face," which means, "What are you doing? Get out of my face."
What's the response?
The response after that is, we out of them, which means, what are you going to do about it?
What did you say?
And at that point I said, you know what, you're trying to get me into, trouble. So
if y'all listen to her on what the little videos I saw, her accent was